Hi guys, so it's been a while since we've done a cancer update or a situation update on Derek, so we're just gonna do one of those today. Okay, so first thing that a lot of people ask is where are we at with everything?
Well, basically where we're at with stuff. This month is going to be a busy month. I have an appointment next week for my labs, my hopefully my last for quite some time lumbar puncture, and then just a follow up appointment to kind of see how things were going overall with all that. The week after, on the 16th, I have an MRI for my leg to get that looked at so that we can decide kind of what next steps will be. I have an appointment on the 22nd with my infectious disease doctor team to kind of go over the leg. I'm pretty sure in between that time somewhere, I'll have another appointment with my hematologist team so that we can decide what our next step is as far as treatment goes for the cancer. I am finally on my last week of my immunotherapy. It has done a great job at doing what it needs to do to target my cells that it needs to, and help to hopefully keep me in remission. I would be very glad to get rid of the bag. It's great that it does what it needs to, but I'm ready to be free of the bag. Hopefully get my PICC line out and all that. Just kind of depends on what the next step is. So the two options that we have is I will either be doing maintenance chemo if my leg is still not in a position to really kind of do any more stronger chemo treatment. And that's a pill regimen of a few types of chemo pills that I take, as well as like a once a month infusion of a medication called vincristine. And that can tend to go, depending on what the needs are to each patient, anywhere from a year plus. I think we were talking the other night, and like a lot of times, patients with my type of cancer, especially, the whole treatment plan can run anywhere to 2 to 3 years total once you're diagnosed, to go through the whole process. So we're almost a year in and I'm feeling pretty good. Leg's doing better. It's still slow. If I overdo it too much, I'm usually kind of sore the next day, but it's been getting better. So right now, I've just been actively trying to get back to work. So I've been applying for different operation management jobs and other jobs that may work better with not having to be too physical. It's been a while since I've worked, so I have to kind of ease into it a little bit to see what's going to work with all the stuff that I've been through. So it's kind of where I'm at.
Okay, so another question we get a lot of is how are you feeling?
I think that's a two-parter. There's definitely a physical side and a mental side. Physically, for the most part, I'm feeling really well. I get fatigue a lot with the medication that I'm on. This last round has been more than the last three were. Something I was going to bring up to my doctor about it. But and besides the leg here and there when it comes up, it's been steadily getting better. It's still just taking its time. Mentally, it's definitely depends on the day. There's good days and bad days. Most of the time, it's pretty good. Today, first part of the day, I guess I was kind of wearing it on my face when the wife came home, and I was just having an off day. This situation's tough. Anybody that has gone through this or going through this can understand that it takes a heavy toll on not just the person going through the disease, but everybody immediately around you. And it literally changes every aspect of what you thought was normal. It makes little things all the more important. It's definitely made me honestly more emotional at times with little things that can come up. We can be watching a show or having a conversation about something, and the littlest thing can just kind of you know get you right in the heart and kind of get you going a little bit. I just try to stay positive. I have an amazing support system with our kids, and especially with my wife. Um, she is absolutely amazing. She has stood by and taken care of so much during this entire process. Um, Caregiving is not easy, and I think a lot of people probably don't understand what really goes into that unless they've gone through it or know someone that has gone through it. Um, it takes a lot, and she's an extremely strong, independent woman, and she just amazes me every day with what she does for me and for our family. She makes me want to always strive to do better and to be better. Um, she's definitely been one of the biggest reasons that I've continued to push and get better. And um, I'm really looking forward to keeping this thing in remission and getting back to some more of the fun parts of life and going on more dates with my love and just having some fun time with the family and more mommy daddy time.
Okay, another thing that people are asking is, what is the hardest part about what you're going through?
For me, the hardest part has been the mental side of it. Has been what this sickness has done to me and has done to my family. Um, it impacts every single aspect of your life. It impacts how you see things. It impacts your job. It impacts financials. It impacts, something as simple as, I remember when I was first getting out of the hospital, I had a hard time even moving around. Definitely couldn't have done trunk or treats, if it was an earlier type of thing, like we did with the kids. Some of them are still tough, but the last one that we did where we were able to participate was one of the funnest nights I've had in a long time. Being able to do some of our things that we used to do, every year, going to haunted houses and stuff. Earlier on in this process, you never knew what that was going to look like. We went to a concert that when she got the tickets, we didn't know. We didn't know if I was going to be capable of going. Didn't know if I was even going to be here to go. And it's very difficult to be the man that I am and want to be the person that helps provide like I said, I have good days and bad days. But I was, in my particular case, I think I was extremely lucky with my cancer and the treatment that they did at the beginning with it. My body was able to tolerate it very well, and so I didn't have as many of the physical challenges that a lot of people do when they get this type of cancer and they go through their treatments. It wreaks havoc on the body, and I was fairly lucky with that, and I count my lucky stars for that. So it's definitely been the emotional and mental side that's probably been the most difficult.
Okay. Next question is, what would you like to express the most to others? Any advice or remarks for someone that's going through this, or supporting someone that's going through this?
Always have a good puppies, a good Missy Curas. But besides that, I think the biggest advice is just know that you're not alone. You have people that love you and that want to see you thrive. They want to see you get better. They, whether it's your medical team, social work teams that help you through things, friends and family are extremely important. You could be having one of those days and you can just get a random text from somebody that's just like, hey, I was thinking about you. I wanted to see how you're doing. I had a few of those even when I was in the hospital early on, where I'd have somebody's call, late at night and just be like, I was just, 12 o'clock at night, just be like, I had to call. I was randomly thinking about you. I wanted to make sure you're doing okay. Just don't give up. Just keep fighting. This disease horribly sucks. And it's not just my particular type, just anything with cancer is just horrible. It sucks that we as human beings have this and we go through it. Just keep fighting. Whatever it is, don't quit. I made that commitment when I got married that I wasn't going to quit. So you just don't quit.
Okay, so that's our update, guys. I hope that answers the questions that we've been getting a lot of lately. We don't post a lot of updates about it because everything's kind of hurry up and wait situation. So it's a lot of let's get through this point before we talk about the next point. And so there's not really a lot to update very often right now, which, I mean, it's great that we're not living minute by minute or day by day anymore, but we'll be excited to move on to the next phase of what's happening. So hopefully this update was helpful for you guys. And if you or your loved one are going through something similar, please reach out. It's so important that you have the support and that you have similar experiences or strengths and you can lean on each other from someone that understands it and has been there. So really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Lots of love.